All right, so here we want to solve the systems of nonlinear equations. Right, the first equation is x squared plus y squared equals 9. The second equation is y squared minus x equals 3. Right, so we see that because of these powers, right, these are not lines. Okay, so this top equation is actually the equation of a circle, and the bottom equation is the equation of a parabola that opens sideways. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we still want to use either elimination or substitution in order to solve these. Okay, so first thing we note here is that they both have a y squared term. Okay, so if I say y squared is equal to x plus 3, right, and then what we can do is we can use substitution, right? We can substitute this y squared for x plus 3 in the other equation, right? So let's do that. X squared plus y squared equals 9, right? But what should I put in the place of the y squared? I should put the x plus 3 here. Notice we get x squared plus x plus 3 is equal to 9, and when you subtract the 9 over, we get x squared plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. And this is a quadratic equation that we should be able to solve by factoring, right? What do we get? We get x plus 3 times x minus 2 equals 0. So we actually do get two values for x, right? We get x equals negative 3, and we get x equals 2. So what do we want to do next? Right, next, we want to plug these back in and get the corresponding y value, right? So when x equals 3, what is y going to equal? And when x equals 2, what is y going to equal? Okay, now you notice that there's two equations here, right? So actually, we sort of always want to plug it into the simpler equation. So let's plug in the x into the bottom equation right here, right? So y squared minus negative 3 is equal to 3, right? So this is y squared plus 3 equals 0, which means that, I'm sorry, it equals 3. I was sort of thinking ahead here. Right, so that equals 3, but when we subtract the 3 over, notice we get y squared equals 0, which means that y is equal to 0. Right, so what have we just done? When x is negative 3, right, we've determined that the corresponding y value is 0. Okay. Now, what's going to happen when we plug in the 2 in here, right? So when we plug in the 2, you notice that y squared minus 2 is equal to 0. So y squared is equal to 2, which means y is going to equal plus or minus radical 2 here, right? So what does that mean? It means that we have when x is 2, y is positive 2, and when x is 2, y is negative 2. Okay, so that means we are going to have 3 solutions here. Now you should check, right? You should plug these back into the other equation here, okay, and make sure that it works out, right? In this case, they will, so we will have 3 solutions.